Hello everyone and welcome to our channel.
In today's video, in what we hope to become a recurring series on the channel, Paul and I, two complete and utter food snobs, will be doing something that we've rarely ever done in the 10 years of being together, and that's eat a full meal at a casual chain restaurant.
As millennials whose generation is often blamed for the downturn in popularity of chain restaurants, we're determined to find out, are we too bougie to be impressed by a meal that came off the back of a Cisco truck? Or can we be wowed by steaks that don't cost an arm and a leg? Be sure and stick around as we put one of the most popular casual chain restaurants in the United States to the James and Paul test, Texas Roadhouse.
With locations all over the country and a customer base as passionate as Texas Roadhouse's, it's sure to be good, right? I mean, everyone raves about their dinner rolls and they even still have an onion blossom. I love an onion blossom. It's so fun and retro.
Have we been missing out for years? And more importantly, can Texas Roadhouse win over our bougie palates? Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot to taste test on today's episode of James and Paul Eat It All. They are poppin'.
Right, for a Monday night, they seem pretty happening, so who knows? I mean, maybe we will be, I'm hoping we'll be pleasantly surprised. It would sure be nice to be able to, let's go out to dinner and then, maybe pick a place that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, because that's kind of the downfall of being a food snob and a foodie is you always you're chasing that high constantly. Man, this has been a very, very long time since I've been to a Texas Roadhouse.
It has been.
5 minutes later.
I did not know the servers dance.
Oh, it's an experience.
What is this, a Carnival Cruise made dining room? That was something.
So first off, I just want to say I am quite impressed by the prices. It is kind of awesome to come somewhere and not pay $65 for a steak.
At minimum.
At minimum.
I will agree. It's nice to be able to, maybe get out of here without spending $300.
So we're gonna take a peruse through the menu. We've got some cocktails coming and we've got an onion blossom. How awesome is that?
I hope it lives up to my memory.
I hope so too. So stay tuned, we've got plenty more coming.
So obviously one of the biggest draws for a lot of people, weirdly enough, is their famous yeast rolls. But I do remember these being pretty darn good. So we're just gonna tear into this bad boy and then we're gonna add a little smear of the cinnamon butter, if I remember correctly. Let's give it a bite. Admittedly, I think my memory has them tasting better. They're fine. The cinnamon butter's nice. I do wish it was slightly more moist. Yeah, like it does feel a little dry. I rarely eat a roll I don't enjoy to some degree, so I can't mark them down too many points.
Now I have fond memories of these rolls. They're soft, they're pillowy.
I was trying to be dainty with the butter.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's only so much. Let's give this roll a bite. This is bringing back memories. It's the cinnamon butter.
It is the cinnamon butter.
I'm just gonna dip it in like that. There we go.
Now, I will say, at the risk of saying very bougie, I think you make better dinner rolls.
Of course I do. While I do make better rolls at home, I have to give them props. These rolls bring back so many memories, and they are great ones.
Oh, here's what I've been waiting for. Thank you so much.
Looks like our blossom just came.
Now the time has come that I'm most excited for, and frankly, one of the reasons why I wanted to do Texas Roadhouse for this very first video, and that is their cactus blossom. Now, this is your standard onion blossom. Back when I was a little kid, Chili still had the awesome blossom. That was my absolute favorite thing in the world. It was the only reason I ever wanted to go to Chili's, and I wanted to go to Chili's all the time growing up in the 90s because of that stupid awesome blossom. When they took it off the menu, a little part of me died inside that day. And don't get me wrong, Outback has one, but that also involves going to Outback Steakhouse. I'm hoping this one is good. It smells delicious. Oh my God, that brings back memories. And the thing is, I know why restaurants don't make these anymore because they're an absolute pain in the butt to make, but they're so fun. That's bringing back memories. It's well seasoned, got a lot of flavor in there. And the sauce is good. It really does remind me of the one that Chili's. I would come back just for this, can't lie. I might. We have to drive really far to get to a Texas Roadhouse because we live in an area where there's literally no chain restaurants.
So I just love the fact that I am reliving nostalgia right now by just tucking into an onion blossom. I have not had these since the 90s. But yeah, they used to be such a thing. I'm gonna try it with this little like remoulade or...
Every casual bar and grill type place had their version of an onion blossom.
Yep, that takes back memories.
And every fry cook hated making them.
Well, there's a reason for that. We own an onion blossom maker at home where you put the onion inside and you slice it, but you still have to batter it, you still have to dredge it, you still have to fry it. It's a mess, and it takes up the entire fryer. So you have to use a Dutch oven.
At least at home.
They're hard to make. Just the fact that I can enjoy an onion blossom, this is already worth it.
A few minutes later.
All right, guys, we've got some cocktails here because we always do cocktails in all of our restaurant review videos on our other channels. So it seemed appropriate to do on this one too. Now, I've gone with the Midnight Sour. This is gonna be fresh blackberries, blackberry syrup, sour mix, and Jim Beam. It's been a long time since I've had Jim Beam. Can't lie. Probably early 20s. My tastes have evolved since then. But, I remember enjoying it, so let's see. You know what? That's not bad. I love whiskey and blackberry together. It's such a wonderful combination. It complements it very well. And Jim Beam is actually kind of a very mellow whiskey. So all in all, I give it a 2 thumbs up, but I would drop my glass.
So I decided to go with the Texas Peach Fuzz. Now I love a good peach. So the Texas Peach Fuzz is going to be Tito's handmade vodka into Kuiper Peachtree Snobs with cranberry and orange juices. Let's give it a sip.
These are exactly the type of cocktails I remember Texas Roadhouse serving.
It reminds me of kind of like a sweet peach, almost like a sweet peach tea. It's fruity, it's fabulous, and it's perfect for me.
There is something nice to be said about recognizing all the things that go into a drink.
Oh yeah, because half the time when we're on our other channel, we're getting cocktails that have ingredients I've never even heard of before.
All right, so we went ahead and had a couple of our sides sit down, first to start the meal. Got a Caesar salad here. Looks like a fairly standard Caesar. Crispy, crunchy romaine, shredded Parmesan cheese, long shreds. A little bit of crouton action and Caesar dressing. Now, while I'm absolutely willing to bet the Caesar dressing came out of a, jug, let's see how it tastes. Maybe a touch too much Caesar for my liking. But other than that, salty. And I think maybe just a Scotch dressing would have made that, more palatable. And I'm still gonna eat it, it's fine. But the Caesar salad, nothing to write home about, but it's not bad.
Are you getting anchovy flavor from it though?
Yeah, but like, as much as you would with any, Caesar dressing, not like not one made by hand, not one made table side. And, obviously that's not gonna be happening at Texas Roadhouse.
I'm used to the anchovy flavor in my Caesar.
Try a bite, find out.
All right. It's Caesar.
1 minute later.
Now moving on, I decided to go with a cup of chili. Now I love chili, and this is not anything traditional that you would ever see at a steakhouse.
I mean, chili seems appropriate.
Chili seems fine. Okay, well this chili is kind of chunky. I mean, again, just like everything that we've tried here so far, it's bringing back memories.
Memories of being a kid. I mean, when I was growing up, all we had was chain restaurants.
I mean, same. But you know what? This is just kind of a fun experiment to do. But I will say this about the chili. It's got a flavor, it's got a little bit of spice, and a slight little kick. It's not bad.
It straight up had chili. Better than Hormel, I'll give it that. If they could put that in a bread bowl, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, I would totally get that in a bread bowl. I would be all on top of that.
Just make a big bread bowl version of the yeast roll and put that inside.
Oh my God. Make it happen, Texas Roadhouse.
I still can't get over the freaking onion blossom though. I just can't stop. Can I just buy one and take home with me?
Anyway, we're gonna wait for our steaks to come out. All right, everyone, our steaks have arrived and I am excited. Now, I went with prime rib because whenever we go out for a nice steakhouse or a nice meal, one of us winds up with a prime rib and the other one winds up with steak. Now, I went with a 14-ounce cut, plenty of fat on here.
Fatty food tastes good.
Yeah, fatty food does taste good. So there's some jus, some horseradish. We dip it.
That is like all fat though, right there.
That is mostly all fat. I should probably get a different. Let's go as is. Fatty food is good. Get some jus.
I hope you don't hope you don't regret that much horseradish. I know that you're not a horseradish guy.
No, I'm not. But it's creamy horseradish. How bad can it be?
That's a lot to prepare. Do not put that. No.
So maybe just a little bit here. I will say that could make for an interesting video.
That's still a lot. You're gonna be
still a lot.
Unless it's really weak horseradish, you're gonna.
Oh, it's Texas Roadhouse. It can't be that bad. Now, my verdict, horseradish needs a little more bite. So yeah, go liberal with the horseradish here. Are you testing?
It's kind of weak horseradish, yeah.
Now, the prime rib is not bad, but I will say this is definitely a situation where it fits the price point. It's prime rib for like $30 with sides, so I can't be mad at it.
Because can't complain too much.
But I will say I've had better prime rib elsewhere. Now let's move on to these steak fries. These look like your standard steak fries with seasoned salt.
I like a steak fry.
Yeah, this hits the mark on the steak fries. I'm not mad.
As Paul went with the prime rib, I've gone with the ribeye and ribs platter here. This is going to be a 12-ounce ribeye. Somewhere eats these ribs here. We decided to get it smothered with onions and mushrooms because, hey, that just sounds like it's going to be awesome. Let's go in for the ribeye first. Okay. It's soft. It's tender. Maybe a little stringy. Looks like the cook is decent on it. Medium rare, like I asked. Let's get a little side piece here with some mushrooms, some onions. Bottoms up. Seasoned well. With the mushrooms and onions, it really takes it to the top. But you can tell, I'm surprised, actually, you can tell as soon as you bite into it. I mean, it's cheap. You're getting what you pay for. That's not a bad thing. I'd rather, it's nice to be able to come and have a steak, because even if it's not a great steak, it's nice to have a steak that's somewhat affordable. Actually, I do think this is pretty good. For what it is. Sure beats Sizzler.
Rest in peace, Sizzler.
Yeah, right. Not going to happen in California anytime soon. They still got butt locations there. So all in all, not bad. The mushrooms and onions really sit it over the top. But I will say the base steak itself is actually seasoned really well. They did a good job seasoning that. And I've paid a lot more for under-seasoned steaks. So props to Texas Roadhouse. Yeah.
1 minute later.
First, I'm going to try this mac and cheese, which, I don't have high hopes for this. I can't lie. It reminds me of like a frozen Michelina's, mac and cheese dinner. Let's try it as is. I'm not getting anything. Like, that is some blandest mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. My God, that needs pepper. Actually, Paul, before I pepper that, you should try this on its own just to corroborate my story here. Just eat it. So is that not some of the blandest mac and cheese you've ever had in your life?
Where's the cheese?
I know, right? All right, let's try it with a little pepper, because frankly, I always think no matter where, no matter what, even when I make it myself, mac and cheese needs pepper. It needs lots and lots of black pepper. Didn't save it. It needs more cheese. It needs a smokier cheese, a creamier cheese too. Like the ratio just seems very off. That being said, the only thing I have positive I have to say about the mac and cheese is the noodles are cooked perfectly. Other than that, it's not something I would order again. So I'm just going to turn this over to Paul and let him eat at it.
Moments later.
Now let's try one of these ribs here. I am merely a barbecue snob, so I'm going to try not to be too hypercritical. But I worked in a really nice barbecue restaurant for many, many years. I'm not, trying to judge them too harshly. If you know barbecue, real barbecue, you're going to know these are overcooked to mush. The sauce is the only flavor. The sauce and a little bit of the bark on the outside. Otherwise, the ribs are just cooked to death, and it loses all flavor of that pork. But for the price of like 35-ish bucks, I can't complain too much. I'm still going to eat the ribs and pick them, and I'm sure Paul will too. But the steak actually surprised me. I can't lie. So we're going to finish up our entrees here. I don't know if we're going to have room for dessert, so stay tuned. If we don't do dessert, we'll be back with our final thoughts in just a few moments. So our bill just arrived, and I have to say, we are sitting here just absolutely gobsmacked at how cheap the cocktails were. $8, $9. I'm like, and here, Paul, I think we get a cocktail for like 14 or, where it's cheap. We are so dated by ridiculous prices, mostly related to our other channel, but can't say I can't complain at a $9 cocktail.
I was like, that's so cheap. I'm used to like $15, $20 cocktails, sometimes even 25. Like on our other channel, we pay 25 often. It's so crazy how cheap these cocktails are.
I think we paid more at gay bars. Alrighty, everyone, it is time for our final thoughts before we head home. That was an experience.
It was fun.
Right. You know what? I will give them this. I feel like you get what you pay for. It wasn't necessarily bad, except for the mac and cheese.
Where was the cheese flavor?
None. There was no cheese flavor. Like, it was a wisp of cheese, but that was about it. That onion blossom slap, though. Oh my Lanta! I would go back just for that. It brought back so many memories of the 90s and onion blossoms being everywhere. Now, one thing we definitely did notice was
it's a loud restaurant.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not like super loud, but there are times where it gets kind of crazy with the birthday celebrations and the random dancing and things like that. And I feel so absolutely bad for those servers. Like, I felt embarrassed for them. Like, I was cringing at my table when you're watching these people dance, and I'm like, oh, you poor people, you are clearly not paying enough for this.
And then this reminds me why we don't go to chain restaurants typically.
For all in all, our bill today came to like less than half of what we would spend at, like, if Paul and I went to a actual steakhouse. We spent what, it was just over 100.
$3 over 100.
Yeah, $103. I'm like, for drinks, for an appetizer, for sides, for steak, for prime rib. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I think the verdict is that Texas Roadhouse has a time and place. For some of you, that might be more often than us, and we get it. We understand we're not trying to poo-poo on anyone's, love of Texas Roadhouse. We don't ever want to yuck someone's yum. But for us personally, I don't think it's going to be something we're going to go too often, but once in a while, just to scratch that itch, or when I'm really craving that cactus blossom. On that note, my friends, if you've enjoyed today's video, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps us out. I can't even stress how much it does. As well as, why not hit that subscribe button, because we're a brand new channel. We want you guys along with the ride as we're going to taste test more chain restaurants, more fun food products. We're going to have fun food challenges and more. And we want you guys for all the fun. So if you enjoyed that video, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe and click that little bell icon for notifications whenever a new episode of James and Paul Eat It All is released.
We also want to say thank you so much for watching and all of your support just by watching this video.
We love you guys. You are the stars of the show, and we appreciate you so much. So thank you for sticking through to the end. It means the world to us. Until next time, guys, have a good one.
Over a decade since I've been to one.
Honestly, I think it's been probably like 2 decades for me. Like, when they first started appearing in the area, I think I went to a Texas Roadhouse, but can't say I have a lot of experience with them. It kind of feels kind of weird. I can't even lie. Super weird. Super duper weird.